Dmitry Bivol will be facing Lyndon on December 23rd in Saudi Arabia, and pros are putting their predictions in for the fight. Lyndon's trainer actually wanted him to face more people that he could learn from before taking on a big name like Bivol, and he stated, he needs to get more fights at this level and slowly bring him on before they look for unifications with the likes of Dmitry Bivol. That's not the way to go. Let's defend this IBO title a few more times. Let's get some learning fights under his belt like Chris Eubank did with his WBO belt years ago. Barry Hearn got him all the right fights and built him up. He defended that WBO belt about 20 times, built him up on TV, and let him get the following he deserves. They think they've got a world champion and they're gonna do this and that. Build him. They've got the platform and everything it takes. Let Lyndon be a superstar and make some money. Don't just jump into things and go to America straight away. On the other hand, Anthony Yarde actually believes that Lyndon can come away with the win if he fights a very certain way, and he sees it as a really interesting fight. Yarde stated, I see that as being a very interesting fight. I'm always trying to support the Brit. It's a very difficult fight. It's a big ask of him. Obviously, me and Lyndon have different attributes, completely different attributes, but I wouldn't put it past Lyndon defeating Bivol. I do see it as extremely unlikely, but if he can remain composed, I can't. Bivol is going to win. I tried to support the Brit here. I know where he's come from, and I hope he's making the right decisions now. Again, he's bettered his life. If he does win, that would be a hell of a trilogy in London somewhere. I just hope he wins the fight. Dmitry Bivol is very appreciative to have a fight set up against someone like Lyndon, and he looks to put on a good show.
I'm so appreciate to Saudi Arabia to making this fight for me, and I'm glad that I have such a good opponent as Arthur Lyndon. Many times your colleagues from UK ask me about this fighter, what I think about him, and he's good guy. He's tall, he has good experience, and it's a good challenge for me right now before my next year after my pause as 1 year, and I think it's a good challenge.
As far as Dmitry's ability and skill level, David Benavidez didn't think he had much in him, as he said that he broke him down in sparring, and he actually plans on coming up in weight to beat Bivol next. David stated, Canelo first and then go up to 175 pounds and beat Bivol, then maybe Artur Beterbiev. I know that it's possible and I can accomplish that. I'll beat all of them. I find ways to win, which makes me so dangerous because I can break down any type of style. You've seen me break down Bivol. If I go up to 175 pounds, the scary thing is that I'm going to be even stronger. That's why I'm so interested in that weight class. There's a lot of good fighters, but I'm not scared of anybody. I really do want to put myself in these tough situations. Dmitry Bivol has talked about having a lot of potential opponents coming up after Lyndon, but he hasn't seemed too interested in them. When talking about a rematch against Canelo, Bivol looked back to Canelo's fight against Jermell Charlo, and Bivol stated, to be honest, I didn't see all of the fight. I saw a couple of rounds, and what I saw, I expected. I expected that he would push him, but I didn't expect that Charlo wouldn't be confident too much. He wasn't confident, to be honest, what I saw, just in my personal opinion. And Canelo won. We expected it. To be honest, I didn't see something new against Charlo. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's my opinion. He didn't show something new, some combinations. He was using the weapons he was using before. Maybe inside he felt more confident, but from outside I couldn't see improvements. But he had a great job against Ryder and against Charlo. Of course, Canelo has been pushing for a rematch with him.
What do you want to do?
Everybody knows we want Bivol, the rematch with Bivol. If the fight with Bivol don't happen, then we'll see. I'm able to fight everybody.
Do you insist that that fight be at 175 pounds?
Yeah, same rules, same terms, same everything.
On top of that, Bivol's manager said that a rematch wasn't in the plans, and he stated, As far as the rematch with Canelo, what needs to happen is Canelo has to be in a corner and have no other choice except for fighting Bivol, because I don't think he'll ever do it unless he has no choice. I think Bivol is the last boxer he would want to fight again or fight at all. Of course, fans are asking what's next for Bivol, but Bivol thought that it was disrespectful to talk about possible opponents when he's got a good one facing him on the 23rd. Bivol stated, "It's not right to talk about Benavidez or Smith because right now I have an opponent. It's disrespect to Lyndon and disrespect to myself to look behind his back. When you're going in the ring, you have to focus on your opponent only, just you and your opponent. I see Benavidez as a good favorite in this fight, but of course, it's not an easy fight. Smith is a good fighter. Yeah, I think Benavidez wants it because he talked about it many times. He wants it, of course, because he's in boxing to achieve something big. He's a good fighter, a good athlete. Of course he wants to." Dmitry Bivol has literally been pushing himself to the edge for his upcoming fight.
Let's go! Давай! Давай работай! Давай работай! Let's go, братан! Let's go! Давай! Давай! Очень хорошо! Очень хорошо! Давай работай! Let's go, champ! There you go! Yes, sir! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Все, да?
As for Lyndon Arthur, fans were worried that he wouldn't be able to bounce back after losing to Anthony Yarde, but he says that he was able to do just fine, and he's looking for a rematch sometime. Lyndon stated, "Yeah, when you say easy, a loss is never easy. It's never easy to take a loss. It probably took me a couple of nights. I'm alive and there's people that aren't. I was able to take the loss because I'm alive. It's not a good thing to take a loss, but I take positives from it. I've lost friends and I've lost family members that are not even here to see me. I'm grateful to be in the position that I'm in. I would take it at the drop of a hat. Am I chasing it? No. I'm on my path. I'm doing well. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not into calling people out. The fights will happen. There's a lot of fights out there for me to be in, and I will be in big fights. I'm sure that'll happen." Lyndon Arthur didn't want to talk too much about his upcoming fight with Dmitry Bivol, but he definitely saw this as the start to his next chapter.
Class operator.
You just said it yourself. That question don't really answer, and you just said it in the question. It's as big as what you just made it out to be. So,
from your win for the IBO, there was some talks about Dmitry Bivol, and then they kind of got squashed. So, how fast did this all happen and get over the line in Saudi?
Yeah, pretty quick. Pretty quick. Pretty quick.
With yourself, is this the opportunity, the golden opportunity, the people say opportunity of a lifetime? You don't really want to get into that, but yeah.
Obviously. Again, you keep answering your own question, brother.
I know. But, okay, Dmitry Bivol, how much have you studied him and how can you beat him without giving the game plan away?
One of my favourite fighters, so I've watched him a lot. How can I beat him? Just got to go in there and do my thing, and I'm confident.
Is this the start of Lyndon Arthur's next chapter of his career?
Oh, the next chapter? Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess we could say that.
When Bivol talked about what he thought about his matchup with Arthur, he thought that he was the best possible option out there for him right now. Bivol stated, "He's not so bad in terms of the world ranking. He's probably the best option currently available for December 23rd, because the other boxers are busy. Is he a good fighter? Yes. I wouldn't call him a legend, but nevertheless, I'm telling myself that he's the strongest boxer in the world, so I wouldn't slack off and train hard. He's an IBO champion. It's not the most prestigious organization, but he is worth something. He's a very uncomfortable boxer. He's not particularly active, but he counters well with his right, so he has a good counterpunch. He's constantly defending with his left arm and punches back with his right arm." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.